Represent to the world, the planet's ultimate hip-hop station. This is Tory Chew.
So everybody, it's officially that time. I know the next guest that I have, well, the first guest to kick off our Independent Women Week is an author. She's definitely one of the dopest that I will say. I told you guys earlier that I do a lot of reading and I come across a lot of different authors. Some of the stuff is really good, and some of the stuff is just like, I'm sorry, no shade, but trash. However, this author right here is not trash. And shout out to my homeboy. I'm not going to say his name on the gram, but he also read the book and he said, yo, I'm one of the biggest haters out there. I'm like, oh my God, that's horrible. But he said, yo, I like the book. So shout out to my boy Snoop. He's one of the biggest haters out there and he loved this book. So the person that we have on the air today goes by the name of Black Rose, and they wrote this dope book called Revelations in June. And they're here, live from the trap with your girl Tory Chew, and I'm ready to chop it up. So I would like to definitely welcome Black Rose to the show. You're on the air, girl.
Good evening. Hello, everybody.
So, look. All right, first of all, I just want to let you know you are so down to earth. Would you like to tell everybody how we met?
Oh, my God. I was with my boo-boo from work. We were in the train station, and we were going back and forth about the non-support that I've been getting from my book. And you just walked up to me and said, oh, my God, you wrote a book? And I'm like, yeah. And you was like, well, I need to get you on the radio. We need to talk about it. I need to read it. And I'm glad you asked me that question because I was so blown away. It is so rare to find Black women who support each other. And the fact that a random stranger walks up to me and says, I need to read your book and I need to get you on the radio, that blows me away. That was so dope. You get so much respect for that. So thank you.
Oh, well, you definitely have to excuse my appearance because I was looking crazy that day. Okay, y'all don't know.
I have plenty of days that I look crazy. It's all good.
Look, I definitely, and I'm really interested in a lot of women that are working on things and that are doing positive things. So I know, I was like, did she just not mention that she's an author and she wrote a book? Okay, well, what's going on with this book? So that was definitely something that I was happy to hear about.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I'm seeing throughout social media, you're getting a lot of love. I am, I'm seeing it. People are posting their pictures. People are really excited about this book. I read the book on a sneak tip. You didn't know I read it, but I read everything that comes my way. I can't have you on the air and I'm talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? I need to know what's going on with the people that are on my show. So,
right.
Oh, also, shout out to everybody that's tuning in. You have a dope rating right now. So shout out to everybody that's tuning in.
Yay.
Yeah, I know. So can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Absolutely. I go by Black Rose. I'm an author of course, Revelations in June. I also do real estate. I also have my own consulting firm. So if you're a company and you need to hire someone and you can't find that perfect person to hire, you come to me, I find them for you. That's what I do.
Hey, well, that's definitely what's up. You up here?
Yeah, I also have a bachelor's degree in human services, so I have the technical background for writing. And we're going to probably get into that a little later. So for my bachelor's degree, I had to write a total of 8 theses for my grades. And these were technical books. They weren't fun to write. They weren't fun to research, but I got it done, and I got amazing grades on it. And then I said to myself, you know what? I have this talent for writing. Let's make some money on it. Let me write about something fun. Let me write about something that I enjoy. And that's how I started to come up with the idea for Revelations in June.
Okay. Well, that's definitely something good that we need to know. I want to ask you a different question. This is not one of the interview questions, but this is another question that I'm just curious about. Because a lot of people think that because you have a doctorate degree or because you have a bachelor's degree or you have any degree that you don't still have fun. Is that, do you find that people are really blown away when you're like, well, I go out, I have fun, I have friends, or no?
Girl, bye. Check my Instagram page.
Okay.
I have fun. I turn up.
Okay. What?
I have fun. I turn up. And, at the end of the day, just because you're educated, it doesn't mean you're not human. It doesn't mean you can't identify. It doesn't mean you can't turn up. We all do that. And like you said, I keep it real. I'm a real person. I have a good heart. And I like to write about what I see. Some of the stuff that's in my book I've witnessed when I was turning up in the club, or when I was coming home from the club at 3 o'clock in the morning and I see stuff going on in the street. Like, these are the things you're going to read about in my book.
You know what? Thank you for clearing that up, because a lot of people, they assume that your life is over. Education means you can't do anything. But, you can do so much more. So thank you for making that clear to everybody out there. Y'all need to go on her Instagram at Black Rose Galore, because she do be turning up, okay? Okay? And she is so much fun. So I just want to ask you, like, how long have you been writing? Did this start when you was in high school or just recently?
I've been writing all my life. I've been writing since I learned how to read. I wrote my first book in the 3rd grade. I wrote a book about Mickey Mouse. Mm-hmm. And yes, I'm watching Mickey Mouse in the 3rd grade. Don't judge me.
No,
but
that's fine.
I wrote a book about Mickey Mouse, and I gave it to my teacher, and I gave it to my mom. And they said, this is amazing, this is your calling, this is what you need to do. Now, in the 3rd grade, I'm not paying that no mind, but I did continue to write poems as I got older. And if you go to www.poetry.com, you'll find a lot of my work there. The name is Black Rose. I have so many poems there. I have songs there. And I've spent a lot of time just dipping in the field to get feedback on my work on that site.
Okay. Okay, well, that's cool. That's definitely cool. I think that's something that a lot of people, they're getting away from, and they're trying to come back to it, but it's really cool to know that you've been writing for so long, and the school system was so much different during that time. Like, they encourage those things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of references in your book to Jersey, so, I got to ask you, even though I know, where are you from?
I'm from New York. I was born in Queens.
Okay.
Born and raised in Queens, migrated to Brooklyn. I spent several years there, and right now I currently reside in Jersey.
Okay, do you miss Queens?
No, I don't. It's too far from the city. You're talking to somebody that likes to turn up. I'm a social bird,
Girl.
a social butterfly. I need to be in the mix, and I need to get there quickly.
You know what? You are too funny. Stop. You said you need to get there quickly. Stop. I'm done. That's funny. Okay, so you told us outside of writing the type of work that you do, but as a writer, I want to know, who are some of your favorite authors?
Definitely Mary B. Morrison, Carl Weber, Tyler Perry. The reason why I love those three, I remember when Mary B. Morrison first came out, and I remember her first book, and we're going to get here, but just to dab in it a little bit, I self-published. So there's some grammatical errors in my book, but that's okay because I self-published.
Right.
And I remember reading Mary B. Morrison's first book, and there were some grammatical errors in there as well, but the book was so good, I didn't care. I fixed the problem with my eyeballs, and I kept reading, and I was looking forward to her next book. The same with Carl Weber, and then the two of them did a book together. And then you have Tyler Perry with his plays, and the three of them alone are my favorites because they're real. Their stories aren't glammed up. They're not talking about the Porsche and the BMW and the Bentley, and it's not about being celebrities. It's about real people in real life. And I individually, I can identify with that. So I love them for that. And they inspired me to do what I'm doing now.
Okay. And you know what? That's something I noticed in your book, too. I know we spoke about it briefly earlier, but in your book, you had real-life cars. Like most of these books that are out now, and like I told you earlier, a lot of the smut. No shade to some of you out there that write smut. Hey, we got to make our money. But, everybody in there got like a Mustang and an Audi. But you had like real-life cars. Ford Explorer, I'm like, oh, that's what I drive. Hey, that's what's up. You had on real-life clothes. So, I mean, those are things that I saw in your book. I was like, yo, this person right here is real. Like, they definitely have been through some things. They know what the struggle is. And so I just want to definitely commend you on that.
Thank you.
Okay, so as a female, have you faced any obstacles in terms of writing?
Probably about 15 or 20 years ago, there may have been obstacles for female writers and dealing with today's day and age. this planet, and I'm going to say the planet, is being controlled by social media.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very digital. So being able to write the book today and get the book released in today's age, it was very easy. It was very seamless. Everything is automated. The only thing you need to do is find a distributor and a publisher to do the work for you, and you just plug it in and they shoot it out. It's very simple, and it doesn't represent a gender. It doesn't represent a race. It doesn't represent a culture. If you have some work to get out, you go to this team and they will get it out for you.
Well, that's definitely good. You know, you're just so positive. I love talking to you. You're just so positive and so funny.
Thank you.
You know, it's cool. So, get into Revelations in June. I don't want to put any spoilers out there. Your book is doing well in terms of advertisement. People are loving what they're reading. I'm seeing it across the gram. I'm seeing it across Facebook. I'm seeing so many good things, okay? But I want you to tell the audience a little bit about what they can expect from Revelations in June.
Revelations in June is an urban novel, so you're going to have some ratchetness in there. But you're also going to have real-life topics. It talks about domestic violence. It talks about mental health. It talks about the adversity of relationships. It talks about both men and women cheating. Males and females both cheat. And a lot of times, you know, males will go out and they do what they do and they're like, my girl's not cheating on me. Or a woman is at home cooking and cleaning and doing everything for her man and she's like, my man's not cheating on me. But the facts are, they very well can be. And these are some of the things this book talks about. It talks about a transition from being weak to being strong, and it goes in depth in how that transition takes place. The ending is bananas.
You know what? Like I said, we can't hit them with the spoilers, but you're right. And a lot of times we see ourselves, and I think we've all been out there, men and women, they've been in situations where you're like, how did I get here? How did I even let this happen? How did this happen? What am I doing here? And that's what the book touches on as well. So I definitely like that. And I just kind of want to know, like, how did you go about developing the title of the book? And how long did it take you to write this book?
I started this book, the idea of the book started 9 years ago.
Okay.
I was going through some things, and there were people who I knew that were going through some things, and I said, you know what, I have the technical skill of writing. Let me write something for fun. And the title Revelations in June actually comes from the ending of the book. There is a major reveal in the month of June in the book. I can't reveal it. You're going to have to buy it and read the story. But that the entire story comes from the title, and it was built around the title. And there's something that major, there's something that's astronomical that happens in the month of June in this book, and it is all centered around the main character, Tiffany Small, and it's all centered around her many transformations. She goes through so many of them through the book.
Everybody out there, y'all need to buy this book. This book had me like, okay, wait a minute. What happened next? Okay. All right, so there's so many Tiffany Smalls out there. Can you just give us a brief description of kind of Tiffany Small and what's going on with her?
Tiffany Small is somebody who, she's involved with somebody that she loves, but their relationship is toxic. And she has several opportunities, actually, to get away from this toxic relationship, but she doesn't take those opportunities. She keeps finding herself going back to that unhealthy relationship. And this book outlines why. You know, logically speaking, you would say, you know, if somebody's in a healthy relationship, they get out, they go on about their business, they find something new. But it's not always that easy. You have systematic problems. You have financial problems. There are so many elements that are involved in every relationship that it's not always that easy to walk away. And that's what this book talks about.
Right, it's never that easy, especially like when you have time invested, you have emotional ties. There's a lot that goes on with getting out. So, okay, Tiffany in the book, she's caught up in a battle, you know, that a lot of men and women can understand. She has this guy, Anthony, Then she has another guy, Eddie. Eddie likes her, but she ain't really feeling Eddie like that. Then she got Carl, and it's just like a whirlwind and a catch-24. And like, what has been your response from the females and the male readers?
Oh, well, they shake their head. They shake their head, and there's a lot of emotion. People read the book and there's a lot of emotion, and they go through these changes because if they didn't go through this themselves, they definitely know somebody else who did. And so they shake their head and they watch this character go through what she goes through, and they can, in some sense or form, feel it and understand it.
Okay. Because this is crazy in this book. And also, I think it's really interesting how you just kind of play on the whole movie concept, because a lot of people out there, Inception is one of my favorite movies. And I mean, it's one of my favorite movies for a reason. The fact that, to have that much control over somebody subconsciously, but not really, and the person kind of be aware, but not really of what's going on. It's kind of like you're in a whirlwind. So in the book, Anthony takes Tiff and he takes her to actually see this movie, Inception. And for those of you who don't know, Inception is about like some trained thieves. They're paid to enter an individual's dream and kind of plant an idea or a belief into them. Do you think he's doing this to Tiff, or Tiff is doing this to Anthony in some type of way?
I think they're doing it to each other. They're definitely doing it to each other. They're pulling the Jedi mind tricks on each other. They are in a codependent relationship, and that's really what it is. It's codependent. The two of them, in a way, depend on each other. And even though their relationship is toxic and it is damaging to them and everyone around them, they still manage to just not break up. And within that, there are the Jedi mind tricks. There is the level to just trying to survive as a couple.
Okay.
And survive in life.
Oh, that's definitely, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. And so, what do you want people to gain from the reading of this book?
I want people to be able to read the book and know that whatever you're going through as an individual or in your relationship, you're not alone. There's somebody else on this planet that has gone through the exact same thing. A lot of times when we find ourselves in damaging relationships or toxic relationships, our partners will tell us that this relationship is unique, but it's not. There are so many people who go through the same thing. And when you read this book and you think about, if it's not yourself, somebody that you know, you'll be able to relate to it, and you'll say, you know what, somebody else went through this and they survived it. Maybe I can survive it too. That's the real intent behind the book. There's so much suffering and there's so much pain, and there's some laughing and there's some fun, but the bulk of it is around suffering and pain and being able to survive that and overcome that and take it to the next level.
That's an excellent point, because a lot of people, when they are in bad relationships, they do feel like they're alone. And so that's excellent. Like, thank you. I'm loving this interview.
Thank you.
So how has your life changed since writing and publishing a book?
Well, it hasn't changed yet. I'm still waiting for the change to come. But I definitely can say I'm so excited about the support that I've been getting. I'm so excited about the love I've been getting. People have been giving me feedback that it's an amazing book. My boo-boo, I have to mention her. She's listening.
Hi.
Miss Debbie. Miss Debbie, I love you so much. If it wasn't for her, this book wouldn't even be out. She read the book, and she said, girl, if you don't release this, and she read it in one day. She was done in one day, and I was like, oh my goodness. So that pushed me over the edge, and I said, I gotta get this out. I have to have other people sharing this experience. And, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Okay, and you should be excited because it's an awesome book, and sometimes we need that push. So shout out to your friend who definitely was like, look, we need this book out there, because without her, we wouldn't have any revelations in June.
Yes. Because I was dragging my feet. She threatened me. She's like, girl, get it out now.
And those are the type of friends that you need. Like, those are definitely the ones that are important, not the haters that be like, well, this sucks. Or no,
yeah.
But she's a good friend. So shout out. That's definitely what's up. And
definitely.
Okay, where can individuals purchase Revelations in June? Because I know they want to buy it.
All right, so there's several sources. I'm on Barnes & Noble. I'm on Amazon. You can reach me on Facebook. That's Rose Galore. You can reach me on Instagram, Black Rose Galore. You can reach me on Twitter, Pure Brown Sugar. All of my sites have the link up there. You can click on the link and just purchase the book.
Okay, and I'm also going to put your book on my website as well, so they should be able to purchase it. Well, I'm going to put the link on it. So as soon as they click the link, it's a technical thing. As soon as they click the link, it'll go right to either your website or wherever you want them to purchase the book from. We'll set it up like that. So that'll be good. So everybody out there, make sure y'all check out ToryChew.com. So if you want to purchase this book and link up with Black Rose, you never know. Also, if you hit her up on the gram, she will respond to you. So don't think like you can't ask her questions, because it would really be nice if we schedule like a book, something like a book signing or something. That'll be cool.
I have a book signing coming. I'm targeting October.
Okay.
So for everybody that bought it or want to have the opportunity to buy it, I'll have hard copies with me. But I'm definitely targeting a book signing for October. So that's coming. That's what's coming.
Okay, I'm excited. I can't wait to be there. I'm so excited. That's going to be definitely cool. And everybody else out there, I see them, and the ratings are looking really great. Shout out to East New York. They definitely giving some shout outs. So, yeah, we see you out here. Thank you for tuning in, East New York, Brooklyn. So, how can people find you?
People can find me on Facebook, Rose Galore. They can find me on Instagram, Black Rose Galore, and they can find me on Twitter, Pure Brown Sugar.
Okay, look, you just be all type of everything that's spicy, okay? All type of everything that's spicy. You are so adorable.
Thank you.
So what advice do you have for anybody out there that's trying to find a path and trying to get their life together? What can you tell them?
The first thing, don't be afraid to share your story or your opinion of somebody else's story, because that's where it begins. Anything and everything that we do starts from an idea. And when you execute that idea, it then becomes a reality. Right. The second thing, don't be afraid to take risks. In order to accomplish any goal, you have to be willing to take a risk to get there. And then the last point, don't be afraid of rejection. It's a part of life. It is a fact that in some point in your life, whatever you do, people are going to say no, and you have to expect that. But if you have 10 people in a room and 7 of them say no, at least 3 will say yes. And it's called the 1/3 rule. I didn't make this up. You can Google it. It exists. But knowing that, if you know 3 out of 10 people are going to say yes to you, that's something in the back of your mind. You can say, this is what I can use to push forward.
Right.
And that 3 can only multiply into 6, into 9, into 12. You keep going, you're going to be in the millions.
That's definitely what's up. And shout out to Golden Wonder. Definitely. She's saying this independent woman is doing her thing. I see you. So that's definitely what's up. And you had some great advice for everybody out there that's trying to find their way. And you make life so fun. Like, you make life sound like it's so fun. you know, like, you're just so fun and so great. And I will say that, you know, I've had a lot of authors on my show, and you by far are my favorite. So, yeah, I know. The people are going to be mad at me now. But they'll be okay. They'll be okay. Aw, they'll definitely be okay. But I definitely want to tell you that I definitely appreciate everything that you're doing within the society, within the community, with the ladies. You're doing a lot of great, wonderful things. And I'm so happy that I heard your conversation that day while I was trying to get me something to eat. I'm so happy.
As well. That was a blessing. That was a definite blessing.
It definitely was. You know, I told somebody, I said, yeah, I met this author. She sounds great, really cool. I was looking crazy. She probably thinks I'm crazy. But I gave her my card, and you did hit me up. So I definitely appreciate you, because, you know, a lot of people judge by the first appearance, and you could have easily said, okay, this girl is crazy. Nothing's going on. Let me not hit her. You know. But thank you for definitely reaching out and allowing us to have you on the air. So I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on the air. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And thanks to everybody that's listening tonight.
Oh, yeah, I see there's a lot of people that are listening to you, so you have a great and strong support system out there. So do you want to give any shout-outs?
Definitely want to give a shout-out again to Debbie. I want to give a shout-out to everybody that's listening. I want to give a shout-out to my babies, my mother. They are huge motivators for me. I want to shout out everybody that's bought the book thus far. I really appreciate you and your support. It keeps me going, and it makes me happy that I'm doing what I'm doing.
All right. And you definitely are doing a great job. So thank you so much for calling in. And you know what? This is definitely Independent Women Week. And you kicked it off, and it's going to be hard for people to top you. I know coming up we have another author coming up. We have also Kelly Bowler. I don't know if you know her, but she was the mother who was put in jail for sending her children to another district, and she was on Dr. Phil's show, and they kind of like kicked her back in. But anyway, you kicked it off, and we're ready now. So shout out to everybody out there.
Right.
We're excited, and we're turning up for the women all week. So thank you.
All right, I'll be listening.
Tune in, and thank you for your support, and you have a wonderful night.
You too. Good night.
Thank you. Shout out to everybody out there that's tuning in. It's your girl, Tory Chew. And thank you, Black Rose. It was wonderful. Jersey.